It is a Sharia tradition to commemorate the deceased. It is considered a sunnah of the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam for Muslims to keep the graves in proper order and visit them periodically. It is a great sin to erect buildings on the graves, perform namaz, or trample on a grave. It is becoming increasingly common for the faithful to install portraits of the deceased on the graves of their loved ones. The Messenger of Allah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, forbade his companions from hanging carpets in their dwellings with images of animate beings. Angels are believed to shun dwellings with portraits of the deceased. They will not seek comfort and rest in such homes nor come to rest on gravestones with portraits, coffins, or anything else. Therefore, only the name, patronymic, and surname of the deceased should be on the gravestone. The years of his life are sufficient. Attached photos are a great sin and should not be done. Furthermore, pictures on gravestones distract from the spiritual nature of remembrance and cause people to focus on worldly matters rather than the hereafter and supplication. Remembering the one who has left this world is a well-known hadith of Allah's Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It says that you should visit the graves of your loved ones because this will remind you of your death. Every Muslim knows this. Before visiting a cemetery, you should perform ablution and recite 2 rakats of namaz in both rakats. First, recite Surah Fatiha and the ayat of the throne. Then, recite Surah Ikhlas 3 times. Make a du'a vajde, dedicating it to the soul of the deceased. It is essential to visit the cemetery and recite the following dua. Greetings to all who departed here before. And all who rest after, inshallah, we will also be among them. This applies to gravestones as well. Tombstones are not part of Sharia law, but they are not contrary to Islam either. Tombstones are used to mark the owner of the grave when installing fences and graves. A Muslim's grave should be modest. Modest graves are part of a Ziyarat cemetery, which is a place of humility and remembrance of returning to Allah. Graves should demonstrate that we are all equal before the Almighty. They should not become an arena for competition. Who has the best and most impressive display of financial resources? Look at how some people lavishly decorate graves. They put up fancy fences and monuments that are as tall as a man, pictures and photographs on them, and fill the grave with flowers and wreaths. They think that this is how they express their love, do their last duty to the deceased, or that it will somehow help the deceased in the next world. They are wrong. Forget the rest. The most important thing is that Allah doesn't need any of this. The Sunnah states that the grave can have a small mound. You can also put a stone on which will be the surname, patronymic name, and years. That is all. There is no need for anything more. Graves should be simple. They should be special, but not ostentatious. This is especially true of mausoleums. A man's greatness is irrelevant. What matters is that his grave should be modest and unassuming, not standing out or drawing attention to itself. It should be indistinguishable from the surrounding graves.